today when I first came here, and I asked you, I said I couldn't hear, and I thought you'd kind of dismissed me and had ignored me. In fact, I think you got them to adjust the sound. That's right, isn't it? And I was sort of sitting with that kind of feeling of having been dismissed or rejected.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't.
No.
And then one or two things you said somehow enabled some kind of easing to take place.
Yeah. Beautiful, yeah. Yeah, so that's a really old feeling, the feeling of being not unheard, dismissed, not listened to, not seen, not acknowledged, not appreciated, basically not loved. It's an old feeling of I'm not loved, which in a way is like the worst, it's kind of the worst feeling of all, really. You know, because every child just wants to feel loved, really. It's like my dad. Oh, you know, you really love me. You must really love me. So then, yeah, you notice someone says something, does something, for whatever reason, so that old feeling of unloved, unappreciated, unseen is triggered, and it's really uncomfortable. Because don't forget, it's linked with death. For a very, very young child, to be not seen, not heard, not loved equals to die. I mean, literally, it's there in the nervous system. It's linked for a newborn baby. To be neglected is to be dead. So they're very much linked. So actually, in a way, not feeling seen is one of the most uncomfortable feelings of all. So it does, and it takes some courage. It takes some courage to stay with that feeling, which is you may not know you have courage, that's the thing. Sometimes it takes other people to tell you have courage. It's not like you're sitting there telling yourself, oh, I'm so courageous, I'm so courageous, I'm so courageous. And also, sometimes it takes courage to not have courage. So that courage is, just to be clear, courage is not brute strength. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is some kind of willingness to be present, basically. Courage is very much linked to presence. There is only courage in presence. Courage, not as the absence of fear or the absence of doubt. Those are often these days. Those are the kinds of heroes that we're presented with. That's the kind of courage we're presented with in the movies. Is the strong, too often male hero who feels no fear and feels no doubt, and that's not real courage. That's something else. The true courage is actually, it's the willingness to feel fear and to feel doubt, the willingness to stay with these very uncomfortable feelings of not loved, unworthy, which is a very old feeling. And at that point, 99% of the people in the world would run away. They'd try and distract themselves or go and buy something, or go and eat something, or blame. So quickly we go into blame. So it takes some courage to stay. There's courage there in the staying. And yeah, you're right. Sometimes we don't feel able to stay, or we don't know how. But I think it takes some courage to admit that.